welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We are the Sammie Nicole and FeeFee show, and we are a dynamic and the only dynamic mother-daughter duo here on YouTube. And on our channel, we love discussing all things love, life, relationships, and pop culture as well, from both the millennial perspective, myself, Sammie Nicole, and the Gen X perspective, my oh so beautiful mother, FeeFee. And we typically like to go live each and every Thursday and Saturday night. It's springtime here in Atlanta. Hey, the only black but not bitter. So we will, keep you guys posted on if we have to come live a little bit earlier. But, expect us every Thursday and Saturday. And if there is no show, we will always let you know in our community tab or under our post tab. So please make sure you are subscribed, so that way you can get notified each and every single time we go live. So as you're joining the live, if you be so kind to do so, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button and share. Please double tap the screen and like, or in the upper right hand corner, click on the three dots to hit the like button, or down below if you're watching the replay. Hey, what's up, replay gang? Please make sure you hit the like button. It helps us. Also, if you guys are on Facebook, please give us a like on Facebook. We need 300 more good players to like and follow us on Facebook so we can reach our goal. So if you are on Facebook, please click the link in our description box and follow us on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, please click the link down in our description box and give us a follow. Again, we need 300 more good players to follow us on Facebook. Thank you so much. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to FeeFee's YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe to her channel. For those of you who have been following her Sensational Sundays, she did her Sensational Sunday live yesterday on Friday. Since tomorrow is Easter, so happy Easter to everybody who acknowledge or observes that holiday or celebrates that holiday. Again, there will be no Sensational Sunday tomorrow because we had Sensational Sunday yesterday, in lieu of Easter tomorrow. All right, let's go through our disclaimers. First things first, everything we're gonna be saying tonight is allegedly. Everything we're gonna be saying tonight is allegedly. Even our names are allegedly. All right. Also, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Again, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And again, everything we say is allegedly, because why? We don't know these people. We don't know these people. Okay, boom. Now that we got that out the way, oh, she's going through them and blocking them. So now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and get started. All right, shout out to phone calls from prison. Again, per usual, she is keeping the streets fed with all these videos. And let's talk about the video. Y'all. Let's talk about the video phone chat from early this month, April of 2025. What did you think about that?
All that talking Sonya was doing about conspiracies and trying to get Nesto to talk about his case, trying to get some information from him about April 30th, and he ain't saying a word because they ain't told him to shut the hell up and not talk to her. But her and Manny say he touching down at the end of the month. He gonna either get probation or he's gonna get a bond. They say he touching down, y'all.
Hey, Shayna B. I don't know. We'll see if he come home. But I think with that call, it was just another reminder that she does not care about what he has to say. Like, if she wants to talk about something, she gonna talk about something. And I feel like at this point, it's just a lost cause. I think she gonna say what she want to say when she want to say it, regardless. And as much as he tells her, I mean, he's to the point where he doesn't even want to talk about RV parks because he feels like, if he talks about it, we're going to twist it on YouTube, which we ain't going to twist nothing about no RV park. Now, I don't think you can get nothing in your name, given your history. But, hey, I'm not knocking nobody's dream. I just don't see how you would be able to do it. But nonetheless, I don't know. I guess he feels like somebody might steal that dream. I don't know, whatever. But nonetheless, he's very adamant about what he's talking about, or what he won't talk about. And for some reason, she just refuses to respect his boundaries that he has in place. Now, for her to be so pro-black man and so fixated on, what black women are doing wrong when it comes to men, she sure doesn't listen. For her to be so male identified and a pick me, she is not submissive at all. Sonya, you're not submissive at all. You like the very black women that you talk about. You are not submissive at all. That man told you to shut up.
Stop
Talking about the case. And what you do, you continue to talk about the case. Just not submissive.
Hey y'all, hey Toya, hey
You just not
Cross Country
submissive.
Cruiser, hey Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walk of Shame, hey y'all.
And I see why he frustrated with her. If it wasn't between Shirley complaining and whining about what she didn't want and couldn't do and wouldn't do, it's Sonya who keep running at the mouth and don't know how to shut the hell up. You is what's wrong. When they complain about the black women, they really talking about you because you don't know how to shut up. Now he keeps telling you he don't want to talk about certain stuff, and here you go.
Still talking.
Shut up. Shut up. You is a part of the problem.
Her man touching down. She excited. Oh, thank you so much. Cross Country
Gifted
Cruise.
10 memberships. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let's see. The only black but not bitter. Truth is me. GTO Elbert. That girl. Daughter of a legend. Caramel Beauty. Me. That's Bashua. Carly 63. Houston Foodie. My 4Ts. All right. So they all got memberships.
You all got memberships. So y'all get that. Y'all gonna get that TT.
Yes.
Go and watch some of our old member lives. Cool.
Thank you so much, Cross Country
Y'all
Cruiser.
go in there and see Shirley.
Yes, because we saw Shirley out a few weeks ago, so y'all can see that. But yeah, and now we, speaking of the men and black women and blah 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 blah. Let me see what Toya said. Toya said Nesto finally learned to shut up. On these calls and visits, but Sonya still wants to keep it going. Yes. Most definitely. But speaking of that, about women and men and relationships, what did you all think about when Sonya said that the black man is the best thing out here? Now, I'm not trying to be messy. I don't have nothing. My dad is a black man, and we love our male counterparts for the ones that love us back and operate in their divine masculine. So that's beautiful. But what did you think about that, Mama? But I put the phone in focus.
I'm trying to get the trolls out.
I know, but you
told me to get the trolls out.
We got our minds in here now, and it'll be all right. Y'all just ignore them and act like they're not here.
Y'all hit the like, trolls.
We need you to focus. You can't multitask. You too busy focusing on the trolls, and you got to participate in the show. So let's take a break.
Okay. All right.
Let's focus on one thing at a time.
Okay.
You're not able to multitask. That's not your strong suit. So let's go ahead and answer the question and tell me, what did you think? Shout out to all our mods. Okay, we still got to do the show. Y'all, we all grown. Just ignore the trolls that come in here, y'all, okay? Just ignore them. We all grown. Or if you want to be made a mod so you can get rid of them, let me know. But it's okay. All right, come on. Now, what did you think? Come on, Mama.
So what was the question again?
My question to you is, when Sonya was doing the video call with her Nesto in early April of 2025 this month, she said the best thing out here is the black man, and that as black women, we should just be happy with a man that works at UPS. We don't need to be so fixated on a man that, works a high six-figure white-collar job. We just need a good man, a real man, not a weak man, but a good man. And that for the black men who work hard and handle their business and are decent guys, they are the best thing out here. What say you about that?
I say that's some bull crap.
Okay.
So she pretty much saying that we just need to settle. If they got a decent job, we just need to settle. We don't need a man that makes 6 figures.
That's what you took away from it.
Yeah, just settle.
Okay.
As long as he got a decent job. Well, I mean, it depends on what your standards are and what your goals are in life and where you at in life. That might work for some women.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to say about that? Okay, I'm gonna share. Now, I dated a man that worked at UPS.
You did.
I did. I dated a man. He was about 10 years my senior. He worked at UPS for about 20 years, and he made really good money. He was making 6 figures. He was in the truck, driving the truck. He owned his own home, had a beautiful 4-bedroom home. It was way out in the boonies. But he was doing very, very well, for himself. He came from very humble beginnings, came from the country in Athens, Georgia.
Say, how about one that's not in jail?
Right. But he was a nice young man. Like I said, he was college educated, had his own car, his own house. It was out in the boonies, but it was nice. He was a self-taught carpenter, good with his hands. Only thing is he had some third party situations going on that he wasn't honest with me about, and I'm not interested in being a sister wife, so that's why that did not work out. But he was intelligent, he was articulate. He had been on his job at UPS for 20 years, and he was a decent brother to me. He was a really decent brother, and he was making 6 figures. Technically, he drove UPS trucks, so that would technically, I guess, be considered a blue collar job. But I still thought, he was outside of the other stuff, him, extra third party extracurricular activities. I didn't think he was a bad brother. I didn't. Outside of that, so I understand what Sonya is saying, about you focusing on the man and the personality, but I'm like, you're contradicting yourself, because like Glorious Love said, you fooling with a ninja that's locked up who never really had his own money. He was always using other people's money. Okay? So Nesto would not, by your definition, Sonya, Nesto would not be considered a good black man. He would not be considered the best thing out here, given his record. Okay, he the type of man that likes to manage other people's money. Okay, that's the type of man he is. And so I just say that to say I guess it's just about your perspective, but what do you ladies think? Do you think the black man is the best thing out here? I mean, and I just shared my story to say that, Sonya, there are black women out here who don't have a problem dating a man that worked for UPS, FedEx, Amazon, a manager at McDonald's, a COO at Coca-Cola, a CFO at Pepsi. We date a variety of men, so I really wish that people would stop telling black women that, oh, you need to be comfortable dating this man, you need to be comfortable dating that man. Black women are usually the most likely to date men who are down on their luck. I'm just gonna say it. Oh, you are. I know that's triggering, but we're the most likely to date men down on their luck. I mean, you look at shows like Love After Lockup. We are so, and even in my own personal life, I know black women who have taken men who have just got out of prison and dusted them off and cleaned them up and helped them get on their feet. I mean, a lot of times people look at black women as a rehab facility. You go to the black woman when you want to get back up on your feet. I mean, we see it play out. Look at Megan Good and Jonathan Majors. He wasn't fooling with no black woman until he was down on his luck. He needed to be rehabilitated. He needed to be encouraged. He needed a pick-me-up, and he went and got a black woman. So I'm just saying that to say that it really irritates me when people make it seem like black women won't date a man who's not on our level, when more oftentimes than not, our partners are not on our level.
So you saying
So we can nix that notion that we're just so money hungry. I mean, it's not. I mean, most of us are not hypergamous. We're not.
So what you?
We should be, but we're not.
So what you saying is?
So I don't know what you're talking about, Sonya. You stupid.
So what you saying is, black women not necessarily looking for men who make six figures.
No, not in real life. On the internet they are, but not in real life. No. In real life, we will work with a man who don't make six figures. I mean, look at the data. We might be talking that cash-ish on TikTok and Instagram. But when you look at who we're actually pairing up with, not all of us are getting with men with six figures. And not all of us will get with men who make six figures. And two, another thing to think about too, especially in this economy, you know, six figures, whether it's $100,000, that's subjective, right? When you say six figures, some people automatically think 100K, where some people may think 300, 400, 600K. That just depends on what you mean by six figures, because it's a range, right? From 100,000 to 999,000, right? So that's another thing that you have to clarify. And then also too, we personally knew somebody who made a good, what, 150, 120 a year, and they were horrible with their finances. They could not manage their funds. They were still robbing Peter to pay Paul and living paycheck to paycheck. So that's another notion that I think we need to get rid of, is that just because somebody makes six figures, that, you know, they're going to be good with their money, or that they're going to be able to upkeep a certain type of lifestyle. Because you have some men and some people in general who make six figures, but they're still not able to manage their finances appropriately. They're still living paycheck to paycheck. They're still drowning in debt. So I think, if anything, rather than people constantly coming at black women and telling us, stop asking for a man at six figures, stop asking for a man at six figures, if anything, it should be, you know, just make sure you find a man that, you know, cares about you, that respects you, that honors you, and that's good with his finances. That's what matters.
I want my man to make money.
And there's nothing wrong with wanting a man that makes money, you know. But I also,
because I don't want to pay no bills.
It's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, you can still have a man that doesn't make six figures and can still pay the bills. I mean, you can still have a man.
I don't want to pay no bills.
You don't have to. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying that we need to get rid of the notion that, you know, if a man doesn't make a certain amount, that he can't still be a provider. I think a man should still be a provider. But there are men who may not necessarily make six figures and they're still good with their money.
People may say, Felicia, you being unrealistic. You cannot be in a relationship and not pay no bills. Now, I said I'm not gonna pay no. I don't want to pay no bills. I may buy some groceries.
And you do what works for you. I'm just saying, there are men out there that can pay the bills and you can live comfortably with them, and they may not necessarily make six figures. They may just be really good with how they budget their money. And I don't think men like that should be overlooked. Do I think that a man should be a provider? Yes, I do. But I don't think we should necessarily look down on a man.
Oh, I would never look down on a man.
If he doesn't make it.
He just wouldn't be for me.
And that's fine too. That's fine.
I wouldn't look down on him, but he just wouldn't be for me.
That's fine. And if you want a man who makes well over six figures, ain't nothing wrong with that either. I say go get it. Go get it. I just want people to realize that just because somebody makes six figures doesn't mean they're good with their money. And I think that the focus should be, just so we're all clear, is to be with somebody that can manage their money well. Because sometimes you have men.
So, okay. So
that's what I really want to say.
This what you saying.
That's really what I'm trying to
say. If my man makes 70,000, well, we'll say 80. Because 70 is struggling really to take care of. We'll say between 80 and 90, you know. And if he's good with his money, that's good. But if he make between 80 and 90 and he's not good with his money,
I wouldn't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Whether he make 80K.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Whether you know we had these conversations.
Right.
Excuse us, y'all. Let's talk about it. Okay.
Whether he make 80K or 180K, he needs to be good with his money, because we personally have seen someone who made six figures and they still were living paycheck to paycheck. So after me witnessing that firsthand, I feel like you need to be a good steward over what you have. You need to be able to manage your finances well. Because I've seen too many men who make the six figures, but they're drowning in debt, and it feels like they're broke because they low-key are broke still. And so that's what I want us to more so focus on. Now, if you say he still need to make over, ain't nothing wrong with that. Who don't want to be with a man that's making money? I'm not finna pretend like we don't want that. A lot of us want that.
And then some people
and
would
it's
say,
nothing
okay,
wrong with
Felicia,
that.
if you're not going to pay the bills and you just going to buy groceries, what you going to do with your money?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take care of my personal things, and then I'll pay for our trips.
You ain't paying for the trips, girl. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. That's all I'm saying. You just need to be with somebody that's a good steward over their finances. That's all. Let me see. Toya said Shirley was a great example of that. She was making 400K according to Nesto, and she was homeless at one point. Exactly. You need to be able to manage your money appropriately.
And have good credit. That's it.
Yes, because there's a lot of people making six figures, and they are living paycheck to paycheck, y'all. Like, they don't have it. They don't. Please hit the like button too, y'all. Double tap the screen to like, or in the upper right hand corner.
They can
click
be
on the three dots and hit the like button.
I don't care how much money you make. If you're abusive and crazy, it's a hell no.
Oh no, that's a no. That's a no. Somebody mama gonna be in a black dress, and it won't be mine. Anyway, Natasha said, Fee don't want to be provided for in the projects. We need us a man with money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Get that bag. I ain't gonna never hate on no black woman or no woman, period, and tell her not to get to the bag. I'm not.
Big Reaper talking about what do you bring to the table? I am the table. I'm the table. What you gonna put on it?
Hey, my type. Let me see. And then okay.
I'm the table.
Let's see. Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walker Shane said 80 to 90 with good credit is a winner. All right. Boys Nana said they can make six figures and be abusive or crazy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You should still use your discernment. Toya, let me see. Toya said I went Sammie on this one. Toya said basically we need both money and a great manager of the money. That's very important because, like I said, you have a lot of men that make good money, but they waste their money. They're not good with managing it. And I don't like that. And then another thing you have to think of too, you have some men, let's say he makes a low, maybe he makes 120 versus a man that makes 220. If you have a man that makes 120 and he's willing to give you 90% of his paycheck versus the man who makes 220 and he only want to give up 30, you got to think about that too. I would rather have a man that's a cheerful giver. Generous and not stingy, because then that's another thing you got to think about when you date these high earning men. Sometimes a lot of them can be very stingy with the coins. They're multimillionaires, but they don't want to come off no money. Okay, I know a young lady who was dating a physician and he was making 400K a year, and from a financial standpoint she's in a worse situation she was now after their relationship ended than she was beforehand. How that make sense? You know what I'm saying? So I just say that to say, if you are going to deal with somebody that's got money, you got to make sure he's generous too. Sometimes you can get so caught up in the fact that he got money, but what difference does it make if a man has money if he's not generous with it?
So he kept talking, you had to block him, didn't you?
You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of things that, that you have to think about and you have to take into consideration. And when you have pick-me women like Sonya, they can only think but so deep.
Yes.
Sonya is very limited in her thinking. She goes as deep as a YouTube conspiracy theory video. She can't really go past that or really think for herself. She has to be told what to think, which is very ironic because that is one of her main criticism of us on YouTube, is that we don't know how to think for ourselves. The hypocrisy of it all, but nonetheless, I just think that that's something to think about. And I think that how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like the black man is the best thing out here?
I do. I love my
What do
black
y'all
man.
think?
I love black men.
Okay.
I love them.
Hey, I'm here for the show.
And that's just who I love. My black men. That's who I'm attracted to. And I think there are some good black men. I say that all the time over on my channel. There are good black men, and there are some men that aren't good. I mean, and black men that aren't good. But men are men. To me, men are gonna be men. Now, do black men have it worse due to history? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But men are gonna be men. There are good men, there are bad men, and we can say that, I think that our black men are the way they are because of society. It has a lot to do with society, their upbringing, and just history, the way we started off, And I think that they are the way they are because they don't get help. They don't get the help they need and use resources to heal when they're broken. I talked about that over there on my channel the other day. So I love my black men.
Okay.
And you can't tell me nothing different.
All right. What do y'all say in the chat? Sonya said on this video phone call from April 2025 this month, she told Nesto that the black man is the best thing out here right now. What do you all think? Do you all agree with Sonya that the black man is the best thing out here right now? What say you? I'm here for the show. Said depending on the man. Natasha said the best man is the one that loves and cherishes me.
Yes.
All right. Yes, ma'am. I'm here for the show. Said to be real, there is a lot of trash out here. You have to set boundaries. All right.
Yeah, you do. And that's any relationship. You right.
Sonya said, I love my black man.
I know that's right.
It's best to love who loves and treats you properly, no matter the color. All right. Quentin Murphy said, I love my black women. All right. The troll Abigail said, love black men, but when great man is around, color doesn't matter. All right. We even got our trolls weighing in. The only black but not bitter said, I'm attracted to black men, but I would be open to experimenting with the non-black man with bold legs. Ooh, why bold legs?
What's up with the bold legs?
If I were to ever be single again. Wait a minute, the only black but not bitter. What does with bold legs mean? Why do non-black men have bold legs?
Here we go.
Hey, Carly63 said thank you for the special gift.
Here we go with the bullshit.
Let us know. What is it about the bold legs? Baby, tonight's topic is hot, baby. We even got the trolls weighing in, okay? Please, yes. The only black but not bitter. Please expound on that, please. Why does a non-black man need to have bold legs? She said, I love me some bold legs. All right. Thank you for that. I'm here for the show. Said, my dad is the best man I know, period. He is my Superman and first love. LOL, my husband is a strong second. I love that.
I love that.
I love that. I love that. I love
Yes.
that. Okay. Yeah, shout outs to the black men who are operating in their divine masculine and bringing out that positivity and just trying to be the best that they can be. Shout outs to them. So I guess it's about perspective, It's all about perspective. Very, very interesting that she's telling somebody that's accused of violent and traumatic behavior that she would look at him as being included as the best thing out here. But okay, to each his own. To each his own, right? To each his own. Alrighty then. Now speaking of men and men in general, let's stay on that topic. What did y'all think when Sonya told Nesto that, pretty much as a man, as long as you're mindful of the circle and the women you have around you, you can pretty much stay out of trouble. But it's the women that you have around.
It's
or the
your
people,
circle.
It's your circle. That's what gets you in trouble. What did y'all think about that? To me, I think that's spoken like a true Tuka butt mama. If that ain't giving I'm a mama to a Tuka butt, I don't know what is. That absolving a man of responsibility and accountability. I thought that was foolish. Yes, I'm here for the show. Says she sounds crazy. It was giving Tuka butt mama all day. I thought that was weird. Hey, I'll do it on Monday. My side says she wants to have him to herself. Yes. Nesto Shaka Shuffle Walk of Shame said she is saying pick me, pick me. Yeah, I just didn't get that. Like the way that she and Ernesto has convinced themselves that he is an innocent man that was just caught up at the wrong place, at the wrong time, in the wrong situations with the wrong people, and he just got caught up and is guilty by association is mind-boggling to me. I mean, she really thinks that Ernesto is in the predicament that he's in because of the people that he was hanging around in. Like, she really don't think he played a hand in to why he's in the situation that he's in, and that just blows my mind each and every single time. She really thinks that Ernesto is a good guy. I gotta find the Tuka butt episode where we broke that down. That was hilarious though. I gotta pin that Tuka butt.
You gotta pin the Tuka butt.
If you can't find that, if y'all have not watched that live when I broke down what a Tuka butt is, the psychology of it all, please go back and watch it. It's hilarious. But Sonya was talking to Nesto like he was her Tuka butt.
If y'all hear anybody else talk about Tuka butts on their channel, y'all know where it came from.
Like, and that's another thing too, y'all. Can I vent tonight, y'all? I'm a vent tonight. That's another thing that pisses me off about women in general, you know, despite what their race or ethnicity is, and then especially our community as well. The way we uphold these men in their wrongdoing is just disgusting and deplorable. And, you know, that's why I always say, if it's a man doing wrong, it's some woman close by supporting him in his wrongdoing. And just the fact that she really supports that belief that he was just a good brother who got wronged and backstabbed by the people he was working with and trying to help, it's just disgusting to me. And it shows a lack of accountability and why so many men in general struggle with taking accountability for their actions. And who struggle with being able to apologize and being able to self-correct without somebody forcing them to or telling them to. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Natasha said Sonya is 65 years old and has nothing going on. Nothing. My side said vent on. Okay, thank you, girl. I'm here for the show. Said she has no set up any expectations for him. Remember, she even told him he could be the head of her household. Like, huh? I'm like, baby, how he gonna be head of household and in the house that he was supposed to be head of household of, he couldn't even maintain?
No.
She's just foolish and desperate. And women like that are dangerous. They really are. They're dangerous. Just stupid. Nesto Shaka Shuffle Walk of Shame said Nesto is always talking about God, but his God doesn't persuade him to accept accountability. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And he really think that God is getting ready to free him soon.
They say he getting out on the 30th.
Him and Sonya said on that call, they said it's almost over.
It's almost over.
It's almost over.
Hang on in there. You ain't got long.
They talking like he coming home. He might be touching down this summer.
She said, you ain't got long.
She said, you ain't got long. And he really think that God has his hand on his situation and is going to turn it around for him. Lord, have mercy. Let me see what y'all saying. Mary Mill says, Sonya crazy. I'm here for the show. Say he won't even take accountability for talking trash about her on her calls. Absolutely not. When she pressed him, he talking about something. He gonna get off the phone and just F everybody against me. He chose to deflect and be manipulative and make like he was gonna hurt himself or something when she tried to hold him accountable. Glorious Love said head of jail block 6. Baby, he wish he don't want no smoke with them YNs. Them YNs run that. Toy said, who said he getting out on the 30th? Manny and Sonia say he gonna get some good news. And Sonya said on the call, Sonya said the fact that they're moving it up to April is a good thing. So she's expecting that he's going to get some good news on April 30th. Just the mere fact that they pushed the pretrial date up. So we'll see, y'all. Let me see. Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walk of Shame said, normally when there is a male predator, there's always a Sonya and Sylvia. Absolutely. Absolutely, Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walk of Shame. Whenever you have a man that's doing something that's predatory, it's always a woman somewhere nearby that's enabling him in his predatory behavior. Yes. Yes. And that's why I always say, you know, we always get on the men, watch the men, watch the men. But y'all, we got to watch these women too. I mean, I can't tell you how many times, you know, we hear stories about, you know, children being abused by their mom's boyfriend or husband, and the mom knew about it and did nothing. You know, I remember, who was it? Joyce Meyer. You know that famous preacher, Joyce Meyer. She talked about how her father raped her growing up and how her mother knew what her father was doing to her.
My Lord.
And she never stepped in to protect Joyce. It's a white woman.
And then we talked about how Reby talked about...
Reby Jackson.
Reby Jackson talked about allegedly how Joe raped her, and the mother knew and would tell him, not tonight, Joe, not tonight. Leave her alone, Joe, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here for the show. Say, even if he does get out, he will be a repeat customer. All he knows is crime. Absolutely. But now, did you hear on the call, I'm here for the show, where when Sonya was talking about getting the RV park and you know, what she gonna buy, what she gonna get, blah blah, you know, just shooting and ain't finna buy nothing. He was like, it's a lot going on out here. He was
save
like,
your coins.
Save your coins. So he locked up in jail and seeing what's going on with this economy. And Sonya is stuck in La La Land and thinks that everything that's coming out on the news about 47 is a lie. Let me read through your comments and these comments, and then let's revisit that topic. Let me see. Mary Mill said he gaslighted her. Mistress Monica said, hey, ladies, y'all are so funny. And thanks to the person that brought me a membership. Shout out to Tuka Butts. Yes, thank you, Mistress Monica.
Thank you.
The only black but not bitter said, with the bigamy charges alone, he could get up to 10 years. Baby, she say it's almost over. Her and Nesto say it's almost over. He might be touching down this summer. They say summer 25 might be feeling like summer 16 if you make it home. All summer 16. Y'all know that Drake song. If you don't know, look it up to see what I'm talking about. Toya said, I thought they were moving it up because Hoover is taking leave. She said because it mean good news.
That's good news.
That's good news. we know it's because of Hoover taking leave. But Sonya said that's a good sign. That's a good omen. I'm just saying what she said. She said that's a good sign. That's good. I guess Hoover needing to take leave. She said to hell with that. The fact that they pushing it up is a good sign. For that reason alone. Let me see. Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walk of Shame said, I hope the good news is he's being indicted on the CP and SA charges. I'm here for the show. Said, now Joyce is preying on folks via religion. All right. She talking about Joyce Myers. She said, Nesto needs a deposit on a 1-bedroom, Sonya. Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walk of Shame said, I hope the good news is nothing is going to be suppressed and he will be indicted. All right. All right, y'all. But speaking of that, when Ernesto was telling her about, you know, where the economy is headed, and we won't go too deep into that because this is not a political show, but, you know, we all know what's going on for the most part. And so, you know, with that, again, I just can't help but to think about how triggering it is when you have people supporting 47 who genuinely believe that what the news is reporting is fake. I mean, it's just so dangerous. It really, really is. And the fact that Ernesto is able to peep what's going on and Sonya is just so committed to being ignorant and lost, it's just disappointing. It really is.
Damn, I'm here for the show.
It really, really is. Let me see what y'all saying. What is you laughing about, girl? Let me see.
Damn, I'm here for the show.
The only black but not bitter said, why do Sonya and Sylvester, not Sylvester, have more intel about his case and not their own? Child. I don't know. But this like the fifth time they didn't say that things is getting better. Not Sylvester. I am gagging the only black but not bitter. She didn't call her Sylvester. I'm done. Oh my goodness.
Y'all be starting too much.
I'm here for the show. Says Sonya needs to get her Tuka butt some new drawers and socks. Shirley returned what she bought to Ross. She gonna get it. Don't worry. She gonna make sure her Tuka butt straight. That's one thing these women gonna do. They gonna make sure these men straight. You sometimes even before they own children. Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walker Shane said Nesto doesn't even have a bond on the Rico. Shane the B said, FeeFee, why are you laughing? I'm here for the show. Said if he gets out, do y'all think he has the nerve to try to talk to Shirley? Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, he gonna contact Shirley.
For sure.
For sure. And she out in these streets too? Man, he gonna be on Shirley. He gonna be on Shirley. If I was Shirley, I'd get the hell from out Atlanta.
Now, what did you say the other night? You said if you were Shirley, you would get a restraining order?
Yeah, I would. I would.
I definitely think he would try to holler at Shirley.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. I think what he would do is he would get out. He would get acclimated with Sonya. He would have Sonya, buy him his socks, his undershirts, his drawers from the TJ Maxx or the Marshalls. Get a cleanup, because he knows Shirley like for him to be well groomed. And I think that, soon as Sonya leave the house to go take measures to her mama, he'd be on his way to try to find Shirley.
Yeah, he definitely gonna.
The first minute he could get away from Shirley, from Sonya, he would be trying to get at Shirley. Absolutely. Yeah, Toya said he definitely calling Shirley.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yep, 5-star. He definitely would get his circle to check the temperature, see how she feeling about him.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yep.
Yes. Do a temperature check to see what's up.
See what's up.
Yep, he would definitely go back. Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walker Shame says Shirley needs a protective order in place. She does.
Yeah.
The only black but not bitter says she and Sheridan should get a protection order on Nesto, a TPO. Yeah, I agree. Hell, I think Debbie should too. Y'all know I've been hollering, screaming for the last year that Debbie need to get an order, a TPO on him and Lamont. So I definitely think he would try. I do. And I definitely think he would try to apologize and try to make amends with her. I think all that shit he talked on the phone with Sonya, I think he would be saying the complete opposite once he got in Shirley's face to try to reconcile.
I'm here for the show. Tomorrow Shirley gonna fall for that. Hey, big head.
You think she gonna fall for it? I'm here for the show. Says Shirley gonna fall for the hey big head. Do y'all think Shirley would take him back? Okay.
Hey, big head.
Toya said he can't be around children, so how can he go to Sonya's house?
She
gonna get rid of the baby.
She gonna send that baby back.
She gonna send Measure back. Mistress Monica said, I don't trust Boneytail with her teenage granddaughter. I feel like she's grooming her allegedly. Okay. Boys Nana said, where would he go? Sonya has the baby. I think she would take Measure back to her mom. Natasha said Nesto is going to Dr. Sonya Sonya's Mini Cooper to pick up Shirley at the Marshalls. Now he gonna drive her Mini Cooper. Okay, to pick up Shirley at the Marshalls. Toya said first day he steps out, he hitting her up. Yeah. I'm here for the show. Said I feel like Shirley will talk to him on the low too, just a little late night creep. Oh gosh. Let me see. Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walker Shame said between Debbie and Sheridan, Nesto will come up missing. Boys Nana said Shirley block all them ninjas number. Dre, Lamont, and Dion. Natasha said Nesto is going to take Shirley to church and Sonya's Mini Cooper. Oh my goodness. Do y'all think she would take him back? I don't think she would take him back. I think she would definitely talk to him though.
I think she would.
I can see her doing it because she has that whole I'm a nice person, I'm a Christian, you have to forgive. It's okay to reconcile. I could definitely see her, meeting him up at another broken egg, or thumbs up to sit down and talk, and him try to apologize and explain, mansplain his relationship with Sonya and all the other women that he was exposed with. I could see that. I could see that. And I can definitely see him, if he couldn't get back with Shirley, I could definitely see Ernesto wanting to at least be friends and still have a relationship with her. And I think he would play on her heartstrings, and the fact that she's a Christian, a godly woman, and is big on you have to forgive people. He would definitely leverage that and use that to his advantage to manipulate her, for sure. I could see that. I could see that for sure. And then I could see Sonya getting on live with Manny, airing all his tea out, spilling tea that we didn't know, and her being hurt. And her trying to play it off like she's not hurt, but she is. I could see all of that happening. I could see all of it. Because she's really not his first choice, but she's his only choice at this time, right? And so, if he had more options, we all know he wouldn't be with her. But because she's literally all he has right now, he's going along with it. But God forbid, if he ever is free, he won't be with her long. All that crap he talking about, you got to focus on who's with you when you down. That's what all ninjas say when they down bad. I mean, we've all heard a ninja say that, and the minute they get back on their feet, they go get, or at least they try to go get, what they really want. We've seen that time and time again. Let me see. Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walk of Shame says, Shirley loves money. Nothing will come between Shirley and her job. She wouldn't risk it. All right. I'm here for the show. Said he gonna have to stay in Dre's basement spare room with the broken toilet. Baby, I don't even know if Dre gonna let him in. Dre kind of iffy with it. So I don't know. But he might. He might have to. I don't know. Toya says Shirley would be foolish to entertain him in any way. Just Me said no, she would not take him back. Hey, Shayna Queen B. The only black but not bitter said Nesto is working with Toys and Liquid V, allegedly. Toya said Shirley has questions for him, so she would talk to him. I think so too, Toya. I think so too. I think they would do it, maybe they might do it in maybe in a booth in the back at Ruth Chris somewhere where they could be secluded. Maybe not at another broken egg or something public like that. But I definitely think she would have a conversation with him. She definitely wouldn't tell Debbie that she's going to meet up with him. Yeah, I'm here for the show is agreeing with you, Toya. The only black but not bitter said he needs to come to Shirley with another book of the Bible other than Job. All right. Just Me said Nesto is thirsty and desperate. Nesto, Shaka Shuffle, Walk of Shame said Jesus turned over the tables in the synagogue out of anger. Nesto should be afraid to F with Shirley. All right. Toya said, yes, she did. That's why I believe she would have a conversation with him. All right, y'all. Let me see. Being Rendition said, if Nesto gets out, Debbie needs to play those calls over and over so she can hear how he humiliated her. That's a good point, to remind her what she went through. 5 Star said, I don't think she would talk to him. Nesto had the team involved with Sonya. What is there to talk about? All right. I'm here for the show. Said more like Bankhead seafood backed by restrooms. All right. Or maybe he might tell her to meet him at Yassine's. Did y'all hear the call that was dropped today from November of 2024 when Nesto was quizzing Sonya? Where the best place to get eye cream? Where the best place to get waffle? What the best place to get fish at, seafood? And he was trying to put her on to the different spots in the city and quiz her. And she told some, oh yeah, I know y'all seen. Is that off of Twitter? By Old National? She know damn when she don't know where it is. She just be lying, pretending like she know what stuff is in the city.
Is y'all seen still good? Back in the day it was. I heard it ain't that good no more. Y'all been, it's been years. I hadn't been there since you was a little girl. They coat their fish in some type of sweet cornmeal. It's real sweet like.
And that's why he say they got the best fish. Okay. Let me see. The Tall Diva said, I would talk to Nesto with a police wire on. Okay. Okay. I'm here for the show said I haven't been in a while.
Okay.
All right. Natasha said the best restaurant Sonya goes to is Applebee's. All right.
Or that Mexican restaurant, huh? Sylvester be at all the time.
Not so bad. Lord, I love how we done stopped calling her Manny Fresh, and now that we done called the lady Sylvester. Y'all are a hoot. Hey, Queen Lily, what's up?
Oh, Queen, honey, that outfit you had on in that last interview you did on the red carpet. I say, God, dog, they can't hold Queen. Queen, baby, you bad. Ooh, that outfit. Ooh, Queen. Girl, they can't fuck with you, Queen. They can't in these ATL streets. I said they cannot fuck with my Queen Lily. You looking good, Queen. You looking good, girl. That's how you represent. I said, God, dog, Queen. No, she fine.
Okay, I see why Dennis in his feelings. I see why Pop be feeling some type of way. Okay.
Yeah, Queen, that's not Queen. Queen look good.
Let me see. Toya said, has Manny and Sonia been doing their lives on Friday?
They didn't do one this Friday. I didn't see one. Did y'all see one this Friday?
I can't take listening to them.
I didn't see one.
I can't take it.
I ain't see one this
Queen
Friday.
Lily said, Pop could never, and he knows it. He gonna try them. Baby, that's one thing these men have, baby. They gonna have the audacity. They gonna try. They gonna try. That's one thing I learned from a man is to have the audacity. Have it. Have it. Even if you don't qualify, child. Have it. Have it, have it, have it. Okay, another thing that stood up. So tonight we just talking about relationships and man-woman dynamic, and of course how it relates to Sonya and Nesto. So on this call, that phone call from prison dropped today, the one from November 2024. Did y'all hear the part where Sonya was talking to Ernesto, and she was basically telling him that she was listening to some YT man on YouTube, and the man was basically saying, like, men don't need therapy. All men need to hear is that you appreciate them. All real men need is gratitude, and appreciation. They don't need therapy if they're a real man. And Sonya was saying when she watched that clip on YouTube, she was in agreement with it because, that makes sense to her. Men don't need to be pushed into going into therapy. Men need you to tell them, hey, I appreciate you taking care of the family. Hey, I appreciate you working hard. Hey, I appreciate you, putting your life on the line to make sure me and the kids are good. I appreciate you for making sacrifices for us. And Sonya said she agreed with that. And she was like, yeah, I feel like, we need to be telling our men that we appreciate them and show our gratitude. They don't necessarily need therapy.
Oh, my goodness.
And that as long as you tell a man that you appreciate him, that will suffice instead of him actually needing to go to therapy. What do y'all think about that? I thought that was very, very, very interesting. I mean, at this point, nothing surprised me that what she says, but I found that to be fascinating, that she really thinks that a man's man, a manly man, that's what she said, a real man. Let me clarify that. She said a real man, a man's man, all he really needs is gratitude and appreciation. The weak men, those are the ones, that are really, kind of buying in and being pushed toward therapy. But if he's a real man, just show him your gratitude, show him your appreciation, and that's going to help his mental health. He won't really need therapy if you just appreciate him. Again, spoken like a true Tuka butt mama.
Yes, he needs to be respected, but he also needs therapy if he needs it.
Let me see. Toya said men have unhealed trauma and some don't know how to navigate through their emotions, and therapy is a resource and a tool that helps both men and women. Agreed. Yeah. Aubrey said everybody could use therapy. Okay, even the trolls say everybody need therapy. Boys Nana said Sonya would try to sell anything to Nesto. Okay.
Anything, boys, Nana. Anything.
And then another thing I noticed about Sonya too is that if it's a white person giving the information, she's more than likely to go with it and trust it. Why do some of us do that? Why do we have that 12 years of slave mentality where, you know, as long as it's coming from a YT person, then it's got to be Bible. It's got to be law.
And y'all, did y'all hear when she said, I'm with everything 47 does,
Yes,
and ex-daddy does?
Yes.
I agree with everything they have done. It has to get worse before it gets better. I agree with everything that I've said. Oh my goodness, people are losing their jobs. I said, what is wrong? She's some type
the
of
health care,
health.
Social Security.
She's some type of evil old bitch.
You got American citizens being
evil.
deported.
Sonya is evil.
Yes.
I agree with everything. I like him. I think he's doing a good job. And this country is just toe up from the flow up.
And it's going to get worse.
And she's sitting there agreeing with him. Well, I hope karma just keep tapping her ass. Mm-hmm. That's terrible. Mm-hmm. How can you say that?
Because it's not impacting her directly yet. And that's the reality of people like her and that support 47. They support everything he does so long as it's not impacting them directly. Once it starts to impact them directly, then it becomes an issue. Right, it hasn't impacted her yet. And that's why she can let stuff like that come out of her mouth.
I said, what did she just say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's doing a great job. Don't stop listening to the news because it's all false. What they say about him is not true. I'm like, really, Sonya? As a black woman?
A person of color.
A person of color? That is relying on the government to take care of you? Because we all know you get SSI. We know that you get disability. Mm-hmm. How? Shame on you. Shame on you. Just terrible.
It's awful.
Yes.
It's awful. It's awful. Yeah. It's disgusting. Yes, being rendition said she is the poster girl for all the cuts he is making. Dummy. Yes. Dumb. Yes. Yes. And that A is about to get cut.
Yeah.
It's about to get cut. We get the same amount your mama get, Glock Obama. Boys Nana said, when she said that I turned it off, it's too many people suffering right now. Did you see the demonstration today? It was in many cities. Yep. We saw it. We saw it. Yep. Yep.
Classic game music. Just go on about your business, okay? Go on, baby. You safe for tickling a grizzly bear ass and mess with us over here. Go on about your business.
All right. Queen Lily said she probably get the stamps too. Toya said, we are in shambles right now. The Texas Senate just passed a law that would take $17 billion of funding from public schools. It will go towards vouchers for private schools. Sonya is a fool. It's awful. It's awful. And I figured that with them trying to dismantle the Department of Education. Yeah. 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 It's just, it's a mess, y'all. But just her thought process from politics to the relationship dynamics between men and women
and that baby she
warped.
has, you know, that baby that she has is getting government assistance.
Yeah.
You know she would not have that baby if she was not benefiting from the government assistance that baby is getting. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be gone pretty soon, too. that baby's mama probably give her food stamps and everything.
Yeah.
So she can make that nasty little spaghetti she be making.
She definitely paying her, whether it's in
yes,
cash or stamps.
Yes.
She paying her. She not just doing it out the kindness of her heart.
That's about to go away.
For sure.
47 is running amok.
Yeah, he's dismantling everything. Everything.
Like it's a video game.
Baby, he said, I came in like a wrecking ball. I came in like a wrecking ball. I mean, you got to laugh to keep from crying. It's getting real. Realer than
and
real.
And the people who stand behind him, they cowards. And Congress. They cowards too. When are y'all going to stand up and do something?
They said, not my problem. That's just not my... They don't give a damn. Toya said, we live in Texas and have children here. It's so heartbreaking and disgusting to hear such foolish rhetoric from her.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It really is. I'm telling you, y'all.
She does it to piss us off.
She really
does it to piss us off and raise our blood pressure up. The bitch know what she doing. The bitch know what she doing.
It's for us.
It's for us. It's for the 92%.
It's for us.
It's for us. It's like yeah, I love 47. Now what y'all gonna do? Yep, I love everything he do. Yep. And everything they say on the news that he doing is a lie. It's not true. They just trying to fearmonger and make people scared. Don't watch the news. How you gonna tell a ninja that's locked up and ain't got nothing but time on his hand to not to watch the news? This probably the most informed Nesto has ever been in his damn life. He watching the news. He reading books. Hell, he making more sense than her, and she out on the free world. He got to keep himself occupied so them YNs don't fold him up like a pretzel.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Just a mess. Just a mess, y'all. Just a mess. And people like that are the reason why we in this situation, which sucks. Y'all, please double tap the screen and hit the like button, or in the right-hand corner, click on the 3 dots. Nesto Shaka Shuffle Walk of Shame says, Sonya sounds like a clown, looks like a clown, acts like a clown. She's simply a damn clown. All right. Only Black but Not Bitter said, preach. Toya said, and he really trying to find a way to run a 3rd term. Girl, yes. 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 Thank you, Aubrey. We appreciate it. Toya said, yeah, she is trolling, but she means every word. Yeah.
Yeah, she does. And
she
then
means it.
She thinks that she doesn't think she's a black woman. In her head, she thinks she's Caucasian.
She said she this, not this. She like this. She black like this. Not like that.
And she better be careful with that.
She do.
Being sickly and having to go into one of these hospitals around here. Because any hospital you go around here, more than likely, it's going to be a black, it's going to be a nurse, black, that take care of you.
And it's probably going to be a doctor. Or they're going to be some shade of this if they're not black. They're not going to be like this.
Not around here.
Not around here. The ones that look like this, they far and few. They on a golf course. They can't walk. They can't work. They doing other stuff. Let me see. 5 stars said, hurt people. Sonya is a lost soul. Hey, Shawty, what's up? Being Rendition said she thinks she is trolling us, but she is going to be the one troll when she doesn't have any Section 8 food stamps or disability check. Yes. She is digging her own grave. You know what they say, you dig a ditch for me, make sure you dig one for yourself. And that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it takes people being impacted directly for them to understand what's going on and for them to even care. It's just, it's sad. It's really, really sad. It really is. It really is. And Nesto, he just getting so tired. He tired of listening to that mess she be talking. But he don't have nothing else.
And half of the time, he really don't want to talk to
He
her,
don't.
y'all. He really sick of her.
But he needs something to pass that time.
He needs something to pass that time, and something is better than nothing. He ain't got nobody else to talk to.
And I know when he go to bed at night, or when he get off the phone with her, he probably got to be like, damn, maybe Shirley wasn't so bad after all. Maybe her whining and crying about the kitchen and can't go here, can't go there, can't dry that. Maybe it wasn't so bad after all. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe I should have stayed with her and just honored my vows instead of being out here in the streets. You know?
Yep. A man a mess it up every time. Messing with a woman.
He fumbled that bag big time.
That has nothing that he wanted.
Nothing.
To lose one that had everything that he wanted.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or if he could go back, baby, I think he would take Shirley complaining any day. Remember he was talking all that ish? I'm glad. I'm tired of listening to them folk. The little people, they complaining and got this going on. Them folk complaining, I'm happy. I'm happy so. And if he could go back to them folk right now, he would.
He would.
He would. Didn't realize how good he had it.
Yeah.
And that's a good punishment for him. I'm glad that he's experiencing that. Nesto Shaka Shuffle Walk of Shame said, I just hope that glitch or something will cause Sonya not to receive her monthly benefits. Just her. No Medicaid, no funds, no food benefits, no housing. Bet the bitch will change her thoughts then. Yes, that's a great point. Sonya was talking about how allegedly 47 administration is potentially going to try to shut down the internet. There's supposed to be some type of attack that is going to shut down the internet, and we won't be able to get on social media or do anything involving the internet. And she said if that happens, she's going to be happy because she wants things to go back to the 80s and 90s where we weren't so attached to our phone. We weren't so fixated on social media. The young people, you know, we don't know how to act without social media. And so that would be a good thing for us to not have social media. And she said because the bloggers, us on YouTube, we would no longer be able to talk about her. Now, did she not realize that if the internet goes down, she won't be able to do those video phone chats? And she probably won't be able to visit Nesto because she has to sign up for her visits online. And also to Nesto Shaka Shuffle Walk of Shame point, she also probably won't be receiving any of her benefits because a lot of that is handled electronically and you need the internet. But I digress, you know. Again, if you're going to dig a ditch for me, make sure you dig one for you as well. That's the word for tonight. People don't realize they're so fixated on wishing on your downfall and wishing that you struggle and go through things, not realizing how connected we all are, and that if I'm going through something, then there's more than likely going to be a time where you go through something as well. You may not experience it on the same level as me, but you will also at some point, in some shape, way, or form, be impacted as well. And I do think that is a lesson and a wake-up call that a lot of people are going to get during this administration. You know, people thought because if I'm a certain color, if I'm within a certain tax bracket, if I'm of a certain gender, I won't be impacted. And quite frankly, that's just not the case.
47 hitting everybody.
He's hitting everybody. He's hitting everybody. So, I don't know how she thinks she's gonna be able to see her man and email him and text him if the internet go down. What you gonna do then? If the internet go down, bitch, it ain't gonna be the end of the world for us, but it'll probably be the end of the world for you. Cause you darn sure won't be able to talk to that little career criminal you in love with. That'll stop. Let me see. Nesto Shaka Shuffle Walk of Shame said, I heard Nesto hasn't called Sonya since April 7th unless he's doing something undermining. Ooh.
No FaceTime?
What? That's some tea. The only black but not bitter said, I did some snooping because I was wondering if Sonya voted, and she did. Let me see. Queen Lily said her SSI has to be conducted on X, originally Twitter. Look at this for her. Let me see what y'all saying. Queen Lily said, Stupid Sonya talked to Nesto. Boys Danny said Nesto gave up an 80 for his 20. Yes, he did. Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
he did. He did.
Yes, he did. Boys Nana said Sonya gonna have to F around and find out like all the weak people she loves. Yes, she is. Yes, she is, y'all. So,
Yeah.
all right. You got anything else?
No.
Shout out to all the good black men. Shout out to all the men that get therapy. We support men getting therapy. If you need it, man, woman, he, she, they, them, get therapy.
Yes.
Please.
Please.
Please. Please. And she the main one that need to be in therapy.
The main one.
The main one. Mary Mills said the grass is not always greener. It might be astroturf. Okay, the only black but not bitter got some tea. She said Sonya allegedly lists her race as American Indian.
The lady is crazy. Something's wrong with her. Something is wrong.
So you
with her.
saying the only black but not bitter? She said I got Indian in my family. Don't we all, baby? Don't we all? Don't we all? I got it on both sides. Yeah. So she's saying she said American Indian. Okay, she an indigenous woman. Okay.
All right, y'all.
On that note, we're gonna call it a night. Now I got Indian in my family with that drawstring string ponytail. Girl, whatever. Lord.
That's so tall. I don't know why you keep wearing that.
I would not let no ninja play in my face that I'm putting money on his book.
That's so sad. I don't know why you keep wearing that.
Baby. I am sick of Nesto. Nesto got a slick mouth.
Yes, he got a slick mouth sitting up there with them big ass glasses on his face.
Scared to tell the YNs to be quiet when he on the phone. Just a mess. Being Randy, she said, ain't nothing Indian about her, not even those raggedy beauty store ponytails. And the only black but not bitter said, from the Moti Sir tribe. Not the Moti. 5 Star says, Sonya wants to be considered an exotica so bad. Oh my goodness. The only black but not bitter says, shout out to all the bow-legged men. All right, the only black. Shout out to all the bow-legged men. Shout out to all the men that's good with their finances. Shout out to all the men that's generous. Shout out to all of the non-Tuka butts. Shout out to all the men who beards connect is nice and full. Shout out to all the men that keep that thing on them. Shout out to all the men who thing be thanging. Shout out to all y'all.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Smith.
All right, y'all. Have a great night, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. No, and now she gonna say Happy Easter after that. Lord save us. Bye, y'all.
Thank you, Mom.